It's not us. Is that Stonebwoy?
Yes, sir. Good evening, Honorable.
Bim, 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 bim,
Boom!
bim, bim, bim.
Thank you, Honorable, for the opportunity. Like when
How
I
are you
heard it,
doing?
I'm fine. Really, I'm fine. I'm doing well. Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Good to
This
see
is
you. What's
probably
up?
my
What's up?
first
What's up?
time. I'm fine. Everything is cool, sir. Everything is cool, and
Good, good, good.
I've been watching the conversation as well. When I was prompted to join, I was glad to also have to add my voice as a creative because in this Corona season, trust me, man, too many things have been exposed. You know, like
I know, right?
already existing problems that we all have been trying to fight. You know, from the youngsters like myself to the predecessors who have assumed certain positions to be able to fix things for the creative and art industry. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
But how are you coping? If I just may, I mean, sorry, let me ask, how are you coping? Because I know you just did your Unlogger album, etc. How is it affecting, let's say, your side of the world? I know how I'm suffering here. How are you suffering?
thank you. Well, as humans, we are facing it, and we all have to join forces together, and that is what I think the world at large is doing. You know, but as a creative, you know, who have had my works out there and who seeks to continue to be able to work, it's not been easy at all, and especially it's not been easy before. You know, it only looks gloomy, but now with this global pandemic, we have all been well exposed. That brings us to a point where we have to reposition ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and you realize that most of us are hungry. I am hungry. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us are hungry, but we are
Yeah,
the same ones who have to also do, you know, give backs and try to also use the little income that we've been able to save from the music that we do or the creative material to give back to community so as to still stay like, oh yeah, that's the guy. Meanwhile,
yeah,
we're suffering actually. And when we look
yeah.
into the future of what our system is or what our creative industry is now, there's actually no hope, honestly speaking, because we see our predecessors swindling down every time
I
when
know,
they
I know,
grow
I know,
old,
I know, I know.
you know.
Yeah, when you see some of the pictures and the videos of the
Yes,
former artists and
yeah,
entertainers, yeah,
it's and
yeah.
that is where we are headed to as well.
If
Maybe
we are
we're
not
young
able
now,
to
but
do
that is where we
something
are
about
headed
it.
to if we're not able to do anything about it. And I think the Corona situation has brought us an opportunity to at least grab the bull by the horn with everyone involved. And I
Mm,
think that government have tried to support, you know, the arts industry one way or the other, but it definitely doesn't end up, you know, honestly speaking, it doesn't really end up well. So much so
okay.
that you know that yes, this some things are moving because it only seeks to address one part of the problem, and that is like massaged a little bit. But the general problem, which has been from time till now, has always been. So with this opportunity, I mean, I know that I would use this platform and voice out some of the things that I think is really important. For yesterday,
Yeah.
for instance, I met with my own brother Shatawale. You know,
Oh,
I wear them.
how's he doing?
Yeah,
How's he doing? How's Shatta doing?
he's he's doing fine, but we are all hungry. So it's like a hungry nation right now.
We will find some food chop. We will find some food
Yeah,
chop.
yeah. I seen, you know, the hunger is it's not actually
No, no, I know, I get it.
directed
I
to
mean, it's not like the
So
industry is bubbly and activities are happening, so
yes,
things are slow. I
yes.
get it.
So there are a few things I would want to put in front of you, and I know that there are some things that you'd also have to ask to know, and I'll do my best to also explain it. You know, standing at this point as a creative as well, who at least have come this far to be able to speak. You know, yeah. But
So,
primarily,
so maybe I should ask you to hit me up with a few things that from your side of things you are considering. What are the kind of things that you think we should do more
thank you,
um, to to
thank
to
you,
assist the industry?
thank you, honorable. But before I answer that, I want to ask, how do you see the Ghana music industry as musicians? How do you see us? That would
Oh, I
actually
think that
guide me to know how important, you know, to see what level we are on in the first place. How do you see
yeah.
your industry, your Ghana music industry, or your creative industry, especially the music?
No, no, Charlie, we've come very far. I mean, if I look at how the industry was when I was a bit younger, and today, how many of you guys are using technology and are even now going global? It's impressive what many of you are doing, are blowing my mind. This afternoon, as I was driving back into Accra, I was in part of the Ashanti region in my constituency over the weekend. But as I was driving into Accra, I was listening to Kiddy's Enjoyment. And I was like, Charlie, the boys are doing music and are doing well. And we have to find a way by which we can support you guys, make a lot of value or, capture a lot of value out of it and spread your wings globally a bit more. One of the things that I think we need to do, maybe I'm jumping ahead of myself, is that we need to encourage you guys to also diversify your revenue portfolio. There are a lot of our artists who are very reliant on shows.
But
So,
the income is not even consistent to even start to plan towards it. Like I hear this a lot, like people say, oh, Stone, I meet a lot of honorable people who say, how are you diversifying your income? Honestly, the income is just one way kind of. And where we are supposed to actually make our money or our works worth is Ghana, where we have the farm days, but there is absolutely almost nothing in place apart from the events.
Yes,
which we all depend on. So diversifying, we would love to have coaches like yourself and the rest, but there's nothing to diversify with.
No, but Stone, you see, when I say diversifying, what Corona has also showed us that, for example, if many of us take our digital distribution very seriously, a lot of the artists, if we take the digital distribution,
should I cut so that it adds up to the digital? Taking the digital distributing seriously.
Yeah.
Yes, that is one of the main points that I was going to ask, that we help or the government helps for us to be able to digitally see what is going on and even pay per play and all these ones like it's happening in the other parts of the world. So you're right. We have to take it serious, but there are no machinery in place. Neither is the system well positioned or transparent for us as younger ones to be able to digitally monetize what is even going on, to even be able to get revenues that is equated to what it is out of. So that's sorry to interrupt.
No. So I think we are both agreeing that one of the things that maybe government and you, the players, should do is to work more on strengthening the digital platforms so that people will not just even have Ghana alone as a market, but now it's a global market, and for everybody who's downloading one of your tracks, etc. Whether it's 50 cents or $2 or whatever that is coming in. Beyond that as well, and I agree, even though there's Apple Music and all of these ones, if there are some other ways by which we can collaborate stronger to achieve that, it's a solid idea. Beyond that as well, I think I've seen you do it. Some of you have your own merchandising.
Absolutely.
And it helps whether Corona or no Corona. The hunger level will come down small because
it will come down. Thank you. Internationally, I think most of us, like me and the Shatters and the Saminis and Sarkodiyas, internationally we are positioning ourselves gradually because our works do actually travel out there by this same digital means. But the trouble is that you don't expect Stonebwoy to be to make enough money. Like for instance, I don't want to even compare too high. I want to find an artist, but you don't expect me to make enough money in Nigeria or in Guinea or in UK than I would make here as a resident artist.
At home.
So as much as the systems are and we are all, some of us have one or two things going on over there, it needs to connect to the Ghana market itself. Because this is where I walk up in the streets and I get the highest number of fans rushing to me more than abroad or in Europe. So
I get you.
We have to connect the global systems or the digital stuff to what we have here so that they can be able to read. Most of these people, we do meetings and they say, but in Ghana, we can't find this, we can't find that, we can't see this, we can't see that. But elsewhere, they're able to pick one or two things which translate into the small monies that we get. This same monies is what we put back into our crafts, the videos, the brand, everything else, and these are the same ones that we have to give back as well. I'm just speaking about that. And this is the same that we have to feed families with. So it becomes really worrying when you realize that we are like a 30 million population. If only 2 million stream my song or purchase my song properly through the right channel, I think some of the musicians will be able to help the government do a lot of things, because we'll be paying taxes anyway, where we will, because I mean, the creative industry has long been the backbone of a lot of countries, but not here because our stuff is not being well monitored, digitally,
and monetized back home. No, you have a solid point. I'll make you a promise. The Minister for Creative Arts is a very good friend of mine, Barbara. So I think maybe what we'll do is that as things are winding down, I'll get her and her team, and we'll get some of you guys to go over the conversation again.
Yes, please. We have to get the younger ones, also plus the elderly ones, and who have already been in place, who are always sitting in for us. Because what I want to send across, without being disrespectful, is my humble opinion, is that most of these things, they don't look attractive to us because most of us do feel like there's nothing going on. So we have to focus on where we can run instead of sort of wasting time where people that we trust that can also fix things are there already. And so what are we to go add to the thing when we can hit the road and get other things done? So when you call these meetings, I would beg that especially myself, Shatta, Samini and Sarkodie, and Edem, Ponobium, Medical, all these brothers who are, that vibes, who are pushing currently, can
probably some contemporary
sit in the meeting so that you guys can get it from so a bit to me because or come
yeah. So I make that promise to you. When we wind down on all of this thing, I'll get let me ask COVID thing affect Anloga and how you hit it out there. How did it affect it?
Thank you. In two ways, I think it's good and bad, but I'll share the good first because it has actually, because many people aren't going anywhere. We are all at home. And therefore, when this project was coming, people thought it wouldn't come because of the coronavirus, just because I called off my tours and stuff. But we still pushed. And the reception is crazy. We're running like 12 million streams on AudioMac only. So assuming that relates to Ghana and other things, I mean, that will put a lot of smile on my face. And also,
you're not hungry.
No, but it doesn't. I mean, assuming that, I'm just saying that for how good the album is doing, like people are ready to consume us as creatives worldwide, globally. But in Ghana, I mean, there are things you have to fix. The album like this is it. I might have to give you a copy as well, like so you can have and feel crazy with the songs on it. So the reception has been good, but the bad side is that we have not been able to do anything on the road, which is, for instance, some of the concerts that I would organize to do like a proper lunch or I can't hit the road with it properly. But I pray that it subsides. When the coronavirus subsides, I will continue. When it subsides, I'll continue with that part of the plan. Sorry, that was an interruption. So I could try to call in. So somebody get him on the line.
No, it's okay.
If you can. Yeah. So the album is definitely doing well online.
Have him join our conversation.
Exactly. The album is definitely doing well, but can do better. It's only like less than a month after release, and the online sales and stuff that are going on elsewhere and Ghana's reception to it is amazing. So that is the good part of it. And the bad part, like I said, we can't hit road yet with it, and we can't do shows yet. And we pray that the coronavirus subsides. Else, we might not be able to even do the BIM concerts and do other events to be able to get the album into some of the, other parts of Ghana and the world.
Okay. My brother, I think you're doing well.
Thank you very much.
At least some of the ideas that we've shared, and I'll look forward to this meeting so that we can do some more. On your album, you have a song, Good Morning.
Yeah.
The only part I can listen to, the rest.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite. But I mean, after Pan the Hanky or something, I can't hear the rest again. The patwa take too much.
Oh, it's easier. No, the patwa no tick like that. You don't think like that, If it's simple, you go have the lyrics too, because right now the lyrics are all out. So when you stream them or you play them, you can also access the lyrics, over there as well. So by so doing, I know I've had a lot of points written down and all of that, but I think with the promise that I've been made right now that we will set up meeting and have everybody sit to delve into the things proper. it wouldn't be necessary to start going over, because I mean, a lot of people are on the line who wants to grab you as well. But I just want to say thanks to the Ghana government, and especially yourself. I know you are one of you are the youth's favorite, you know, and we trust that because you are young and all, you can also drive our concerns for us. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
I'm really grateful. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bless.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.